Hello, my name is Betsy and I'm a singing teacher at TakeLessons. Today we're going to do a quick vocal range test together using the piano. After you find your vocal range, we'll talk about how you can expand it in a healthy way. So stay tuned and don't forget to click the link below to check out our free online singing classes. So finding your vocal range is important for a singer just so you know what parts you're able to sing and what you're available to do. So if I'm, for instance, going to audition for something and it's a musical, I need to know what my lowest belting note would be. Or if it's an opera, I need to know what I'm comfortable with on my top end and if I'm able to sing certain parts. So a good way to just get started is right on the middle of the piano. It's C4, La, middle C. If you're a lady, it's just nice and comfortable. If you're a man, that might be kind of high for you and you might want to kind of start down an octave. And it's good to vocalize on different vowels, but just for testing, let's just use an A, nice open A. So La, and I would work my way up the piano, La, and so on and so forth until I'm up here, kind of in the middle of my register. La, test my head voice a little bit, keep going on and on and on and so forth until I'm up and see what my top note is. Then I would write that note down, and let's say I got up to like a C6 or something. That's this note up here for a soprano. That's pretty much right around where we hang. So you're gonna wanna go down. So start here and see what your lowest note is. Go La, and then down one and see La, and so on and so forth until you get down. La, and go down again, see La. Again, write down what last note you would sing, so that would be your total range. So while every voice is different and every singer is different, there are specific ranges for each part. So for opera, there are soprano, mezzo-soprano, contralto for women. For men, you have countertenor, baritone, and bass. The choral classification, you have 4 voice types. You're going to have either soprano or alto for females, and tenor or bass for men. You're not going to hurt yourself as easily singing lower as you will singing higher. Pushing your range low, you can damage your vocal cords, but not as badly as if you're trying to push your range too high. So it's good to know where your range is and not to try to stretch it too much, because we don't want to develop nodes. Vocal nodes are, just think of it as like a callus. Anytime you stretch too far, or if you're singing or pushing or you're not supporting correctly with your diaphragm, you're going to kind of create a callus on your vocal cord. And over time, that callus grows, and it's the same as if you were, I don't know, chopping wood or something and you have a callus on your hand. It's the same on your vocal cord. You don't want to get those nodes, because that stops the vibration of your larynx, and so you won't be able to sing. When you're singing and you're trying to figure out what your vocal range is, you have to realize that you're placing notes differently. So for instance, I would be able to sing this middle C a number of different ways. I can put this note into my head voice, la, and sing it nice and light. I can sing it in a belting, la, and I can use it 100% of my chest voice, la, and really open that. So la is much different than la, even though it's the same pitch. So when I'm choosing to place notes and I get to la, right around that G, it's where most ladies, somewhere in this area, within a third or so, is where your break would be. I have to switch it to my head voice, because if I try to sing all the way up and belt something above one of these notes, it's going to crack. It's going to cause my vocal cords to strain, and that will also lead to nodes, which is what we don't want to do. That being said, I can totally sing la just fine in my head voice. It's not physically possible to sing it in my chest voice. So knowing where to place your notes, you can work with a teacher and they can kind of help you with different placements and covering your break too. So if I sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, you didn't necessarily hear my break, even though I sang right through it, because I pulled my bottom chest voice up into my head voice to cover that break. So covering your break and making sure that you're able to sing through it is also important with your range, and choosing where you place your notes, trying to be healthy and not belt something that's outside of your chest voice range and stretching it. A lot of pop music does that. It will use a bigger belt, and a lot of Broadway music will do that too. So you can warm up differently and try to get your voice to be more comfortable and stretch your ranges, but you do want to make sure you're being careful to do it in a healthy way and not to push or strain. So your range will absolutely change over time, especially if you're working with a teacher and you're vocalizing regularly. It's important to kind of warm up slowly, to vocalize every single day. So going over your little scales and doing la, la, and just going up and down. A great way to get started is to just go up as high as you can, and then come back down, and then do it again. Once you're warmed up, see if you can't get 1 or 2 more notes up at the top of your range. So, what's your vocal range? Has your vocal range changed since you started singing? Leave a comment and let us know. And if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing so you can receive more helpful singing lessons.